Now, in running an election, there are those items which are strategic and those which are non-strategic. The strategic materials that we have in relation to this election includes ballot papers, ballot boxes, and other items like that. We have procured all of those strategic materials. And all of those are being distributed, and as I'm speaking now, either they are at the constituency or they are being prepared to be moved to the polling stations. But certainly by tomorrow, all the materials which are required to run this election will have been conveyed at the polling station. We expect that movement to the polling stations to start midday tomorrow and to end somewhere around 6 o'clock, when everything else should be at the polling stations. That includes ballot boxes, which are already there. That includes ballot papers, which is a sensitive material, and the distribution of ballot papers is conducted differently because of the sensitivity and the amount of security that revolves around it. We have distributed the laptops and the handheld devices to all the constituencies. And as we are speaking now, the data that is required to be loaded on those laptops is already either at the constituency itself or nearer to the constituency. All other materials which are non-strategic had been distributed much, much earlier to the constituencies and to the regions. So as far as the movement of strategic materials and non-strategic materials, materials which are relevant are required to run this election, all those have been procured and all those have been moved to the locations where they'll be used. There'll be two types of results transmissions. One is where we transmit the results by phone. The phones are already in the polling stations. They are being reconfigured. And you're aware they have to have batteries, and those batteries have been checked and charged and fitted. And we have given a timeline by which the director of operations will get results from each and every polling station on whether they have charged, and if so, the preparedness for each particular kit in each particular location. But in order for the results to be transmitted simultaneously from the polling station to the National Tallying Center and via the county headquarters, there are a lot of other things that needs to be done. And we have in every constituency three ICT staff, specialists, who are coordinating this. The results will be shown in the auditorium at the National Tallying Center as they arrive, and we'll be seeing it in real time as it arrives. We'll provide a live feed to the media, so the media will have access to that information at the same time that the Commission has access to it at the headquarters. And that information or that data will be transmitted from the polling station immediately. The polling activity ends and the counting of the votes is completed, and the results are entered into a form. I think it's form 35. Once that is entered, witnessed by the agents, and there is an agreement that that is the correct data and the performance of specific candidates, then that information is then transmitted via that phone. Once it is transmitted, and this point is worth emphasizing, that once it is transmitted, it comes simultaneously to the National Tallying Center, it goes simultaneously to the County Tallying Center, and to the Constituency Tallying Center. And when it arrives here, there is no intermedium where that information is either stored or checked or verified or manipulated in any form. We will give access to that particular information.
That is lacking to this level. Thank you.